Tokyo operates on a scale that defies standard urban planning. Millions of people navigate its tightly packed corridors every single day, creating a constant, heavy kinetic energy right at the pavement. Nowhere is this compression more evident than the Shibuya Scramble Crossing. Look at this intersection, thousands of pedestrians surging forward at every light change, entirely boxed in by towering commercial screens and neon signage. Moving through this environment restricts your perspective to just a few feet in any direction. The sheer volume of people, the overlapping crosswalk announcements, and the impenetrable walls of concrete limit your sightlines, making the city feel like a massive, inescapable grid. To actually comprehend the scale of a megacity like this, you have to break through that low ceiling. You need a physical mechanism to escape the gravitational pull of the street and breach the sightline barrier. That mechanism sits directly above the scramble itself, the Shibuya Sky observation deck. This chart maps the dramatic vertical shift, rising sharply from street level to a precise altitude of 230 meters. Notice the baseline at the 50-meter mark, representing the surrounding rooftops. At 230 meters, the deck entirely clears the city's visual clutter. You are no longer a participant navigating the maze. The altitude forces a complete shift in perspective, turning you into an omniscient observer looking down on the machine of the city. The designers capitalized on this height by creating what they call Sky Street. Instead of keeping visitors in a sealed, climate-controlled room with small viewing windows, they built a massive 360-degree open-air deck. As you walk the perimeter, you immediately notice the absence of heavy steel frames or thick concrete parapets. The boundary between the floor and the drop is formed by seamless, low-profile glass edges. There is virtually nothing to obstruct your peripheral vision. Without a ceiling above you or thick visual framing at the edge, the brain struggles to process the height boundaries. Standing right against the glass tricks your senses into feeling completely exposed to the sky, creating a distinct sensation of floating directly over the drop. The physical elevation provides the view, but this exact lack of structural barriers manufactures a thrilling sense of vulnerability that makes the ascent memorable. Stepping back from the edge, that 360-degree sweep maps out the entire Kanto region. Looking east reveals the dense urban core. From here, the red and white lattice of Tokyo Tower cuts cleanly through the surrounding concrete, anchoring the historical center of the sprawl. But pivoting westward exposes the true scale of the city, stretching out until it hits a hard physical limit. That limit is Mount Fuji. The snow-capped peak acts as a massive natural wall, looming over the endless, blue-toned grid of commercial and residential blocks. Being able to trace a line from the intense architectural center straight out to the city's geological border reveals exactly how vast Tokyo's footprint actually is. The geography stays static, that the shifting light of day continuously rewrites the visual hierarchy of the skyline. As afternoon turns to evening, the golden sunset heavily backlights the horizon. Structures like the Tokyo Skytree turn into stark, dark silhouettes against a vibrant orange sky. Then, the natural light burns out completely, and millions of artificial lights activate across the grid. The chaotic energy we saw down at street level earlier translates into this, a glowing network of nightlights, neon signs, and headlamps cutting through the darkness below. Shibuya Sky takes the claustrophobic rush of Tokyo and filters it through elevation. It provides the distance required to look down at the complexity of the streets and see them as a single, perfectly illuminated machine.